Hiya guys, it's Spectre here. Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 3. Continuing my Zhatan campaign. As of recording this, just initially, just spoke to one of my Discord moderators. I've come up with an idea for an interesting way to say resolve or start your campaigns, which I'm going to do 2 of in the future. I've already chosen Legendary Lords. I've chosen 1 good and 1 evil, for obvious reasons, and we're going to see how it works. The idea more so it's not so much for newer players, it's more so for more experienced players to try and get a challenge out of the game, rather than doing something as, in my opinion, dull and boring as a early endgame crisis, because that really, I suppose it can make things more difficult, but you know that it's coming, and you know, unless you put it on all factions, but even then you know what factions are going to have the endgame crisis, you know where they're going to be, and then you can choose your faction accordingly. You can either deploy right near them in order to try and take them out early on, or you can deploy miles away to give yourself loads of time. But I don't like the sudden idea of an AI getting 25 free armies that all declare war upon you. That's stupid. And even in the very late game of a campaign, an AI won't have 25 armies. They might have 10, maybe 15. They will not have 20 or 25 armies running around. Not full 20 stacks. I can guarantee you that. Unless they own like fucking half the map or something, then maybe on the extreme case. But other than that, no, they will not have that many armies. So the endgame crisis, while I think it's been added in to try and add some difficulty, I'd rather it be authentic, original. So you can play Immortal Empires as normal, in whatever difficulty suit you guys best. This is another way that you can do it, and see if you can handle what the AI throws at you. Because it might be that, say, whatever faction you're playing, your allies might become really strong. And they might take out a lot of territory, so you might have your allies owning everything nearby. But then, how do you then complete your objectives? Do you then declare war on your powerful ally? Or do you go further afield to claim territory, since everything around you is safe because of these strong allies? Or are there enemies literally on all sides, and you've got to think, right, how the fuck do we get out of this scenario? But I'll discuss it more, well, I'll discuss it when I start the campaigns, because I've still got to do these 2 campaigns, then I've got Queek Head Taker next, and then Katarina after. After Katarina's campaign, I'll be starting the first one of these new campaigns, and then if you guys like them, I'll keep doing them, or I'll do one alongside the normal campaign, if you want me to do it that way. But it adds just an extra element of challenge. Like, I put in some elements of challenge anyway, but I also like doing them, which is like doing all melee armies. Because I prefer playing melee to range. There's always more risk. There's always more risk to playing a melee army because you've got to get to your opponent first and hurt them. Unless they're running an all melee army as well. But in that case, they might be a potentially dangerous adversary in the first place. Okay, now.
Vagras are dark. Debdarwi Argundal Haskala.
These get recruited at rank fucking 7. Why did they get recruited so high? Is it him? Does he do something? I can see. Why do they get recruited so high? Is it their own damn building or something? It's not that one. Recruit rank +3 for bull centaurs, all armies in local province. So maybe it's that then. And then obviously you get +3 from that as well, making rank 6. And if they've already got a generic rank 1, I don't know why they would have that, but okay. I'm not sure. Not completely sure. Okay. If I get rid of both of those.
Zishumata Haskala. Anoth.
I can get one of those. One of those. And then he's got a somewhat more dangerous army. Not going to have his full army as of yet. But we'll get him a partial one. But it's an interesting idea, and I can do it two ways. The idea I've got coming up with, and do one of each, and then see which ones you guys prefer. Because some people might like it one way, some might like it the other way, some might not give a shit and like both. But then if you follow the rules that I set down for it, if anybody wants to make a campaign this way, you're welcome to do so. It just means then that you don't need the endgame crisis. You can make the game authentically harder for yourself by doing this, and then it slows you down a little bit. Some might think it boring in certain ways, I suppose, but then again, it depends on your love of the game. But this is just, it adds a challenge to it. It gives you a challenge in a different way. And then seeing what you can do, if you can overcome this challenge or not. I mean, also it can have a massive factor on who you're playing. And if you're in like a safe location, like obviously, if you're playing like one of the high elves on Oath one, once you've got rid of the immediate enemies, you've got allies on all sides, and you're on an island. And then if people like Bretonians get strong across the sea, you've got allies on that coastline. Cadai Firebone. Suck.
No, you fail-safe. Shoot! Move him!
Yeah, build that one. Get it on the build.
Direng Tado Watok. Cannot, not. Snitch cannot.
Deathmaster with all the Skaven slaves. Yeah, maybe in the early game, buddy, but not now. No. They tried to run away. Of course they did.
Uzav Vekus Rik. Uzudiolar.
I wish it'd get rid of that strategic threat thing when you are someone's defensive or military ally. Because why would you be a threat to an ally at all? You're an ally. So you shouldn't be strategically a threat in any way, shape or form. That's the whole point of an alliance. Admittedly, you might get knobheads who break them, like Vampire Counts and Vampire Coast and Greenskins, but that's not every faction. The vast majority of factions don't break their alliances. Very nice, that just shot us all up, that's pretty good. Well, these are going to -2. These are all, actually, they're all going to minuses, fuck. Yep, that just shot up quite drastically.
Dromadrazul. Awanrag. Kuzi. Dak. Saru. Raj Arbu. Ori Tatagio.
Um, that one definitely.
Zatergi.
Vigor per second minus 1%. Duration infinite. Hit points greater than 75%. Entities cannot die while ability is active. It's basically a unit of these. But these ones have got armoured and shielded, flaming attacks, and charge defense against all. But these ones have got armoured anti-infantry and then that undying will. They don't appear to have a shield. So I'm guessing they're maybe dual wielders? Dual wielder one-handed axe apiece? Because they've got anti-infantry but they've not got armor piercing, so they're not using a great weapon. Interesting.
Raja. Not now. He's the Kazakh monger.
I got just shot up anyway though. We're going to have labour coming out of our eyeballs soon. Sorry. Whew. Right. There's that fucking edge builder.
Kharaz Ubren. Foolish, stupid.
The Skaven corruption's not helping, is it? That is dying down though. I say that weird. Oh, that's why it's dropping. Right, okay, so that should level out as well. So should that. So it's just waging. Even that will level out a little bit. Especially if I can get rid of the goddamn scale and corruption. Same there, that should level out. And then we haven't got any Liber there yet, which is fine. It's not too bad. It looks worse than what it were. Yeah, make him a little bit better. Give it more in case it's focused upon.
Whose praise arbitral Marink Maori Tatagio Uzda Naazatergi.
So now he's got Stalk. Really funny when you get Stalk, and then if I put him on like his Lamassu, and he can stalk in the fucking air. It's like, reminds me when Jay got it on Imrik, on his dragon. It was the most busted shit I've ever seen in my life. It's like, think about it, you've got a guy on the biggest fucking living dragon in the known world, and the enemy can't see it until it's right on top of them. And then his dragon would pop out of nowhere, use a breath attack, and like completely delete almost an entire unit. And then either stop landing on their lords and killing them, or landing on their artillery and taking them out.
Abdanarun Fama!
Wow. Perfect Vigor for all Bull Centaur render units. Rank 7 and above. It's actually really good. That means never tire in battle. The Great Tauruses and Bale Tauruses and Lamassus get 10% more speed and 5% ward save. And then there, minus 10% arm performance for increasing 10% weapon strength to deal more damage. And they get number +1 uses for the Lamassu and Bale Taurus units for their abilities. Right. Because really on this side, I only need to like go up to there. In this particular campaign. Because I'm not taking any artillery. I don't really care about the demon units because they kind of suck. So I'm only going up to here and then doing these three. And then we're going to go up here. Doing all the other gribblies. Such an in-depth research tree that is fucking insane.
Makazia Thaumansi! Ista Kazak Monger! Raja!
Where's the border on these things then?
Afrinku Movim! Peria Fazatan! Ir Ashar Mitaka! Mithas Asgard! Mithas! Us casapaz ek us resut.
Hell no, I need the territory. See, I would have been okay if I could have gone for Grimgore, but Archeon started pushing his shit in, so I can't go for Grimgore. And all I need is just provinces. So Deathmaster's in my way, and then I might have to declare war on Loki Fellheart. But I just need as many territories as I can get, basically. I need all the territories. Okay. I really don't care about this, but I will take that one.
Maori tatagio. Anfa agrimazul. Ula stars. Nahi tiwas. Tassadu adugal ula hurry.
See, now he's got a substantially better army. He's got some, like, cav, some air stuff. A decent melee front line. I can't afford to give him more as of yet, because I do want to keep a fair amount of money coming in per turn. So I'm just going to leave him with this for the time being. And once we get a substantial amount more money coming in, then I'll send him back to recruit the rest of his army. Only leaves that one doing, and that one's complete. But to be fair, I mean, all you're getting is more cash punishment. Alright, so we've got space for 3 more buildings. I might turn, because I don't think that's got a rare resource, has it? No. So what I might do here is I might build both of these here in Kunlan. It's the biggest defensible. And then build that if I'm going to be recruiting there, because it gives you bull centaurs extra increased rank. And then it's going to be either this or this. This one gives you Lord and Hero Recruit rank, cash replenishment. That one just raw materials that the province is consuming. So I can build this one if I wanted to. The other two. That one's probably almost always useful to build. Although I won't be recruiting there. Because it increases your diplomatic relations with Chaos Dwarves. Magic Power Reserve is good in its all armies. And then Conclave Infants gained plus 10 per turn. Plus 5 more because I've done that research. So I'm getting 15 per turn basically. But then again, am I going to be in the market for recruiting for a third army? Since I've not got a fully flushed out second army, probably not. So I could just go these two and just fuck this one off. In which case there, I'll build that. Materials consumed per turn by buildings, minus 5%. Yes. That is the only one that actually gives you Chaos and Divided Corruption, which is really odd. So it gives you plus 5 and then plus 3 in adjacent provinces. So if they bounce them back off each other, you can have plus 8. And then you get plus 2 off of that, which can give you plus 10. You don't really gain a lot of Chaos and Divided Corruption, do you? It's kind of weird. Do you want to mark you? Yeah, sure. I'm surprised he gave me that because I trespassed on his territory. I didn't even realise I'd trespassed on his territory because I don't think it was his territory the turn before. And then he took something up here. That's my cat wanting to get into me. Must know what I'm up to. Man of my girlfriend's cat. Because she's a Lord of the Rings fan, he's called Bilbo. Because he's got little furry feet. Or as I refer to them as myrmitons. Because when he catches your bloody skin, fuck me, does he hurt. I won that one, don't we? Yes, better than the other one. Yeah. Because that one gives you armaments but less capacity. And that allows you to output more raw materials in the local province.
Dumfaumancy! Is the Kazakh monger! Desert. Vasa. Raj Arbu! Whose praise Arbudraj? Arak! Anfaskar! Raja!
Yeah, this one's different, which is pretty good as well. We don't need that one. Oh, in fact, actually. Because I am going to build one outpost. I could use that probably alongside that. Or you could have double money. Ooh, double money would be fucking disgusting. You could get so much from one province. I'm going to have to try that. Because of it being a certain type of resource. I mean, I'm not sure if they get you anything. See, iron and timber provides 15% armaments output for province. Obsidian and marble provides 15% raw materials output for province. So that's raw materials there. That's increased armaments output for province for iron and timber. You just get 20% more income there from gem and gold mines. So gold mines is going to have something unique similar to the gems. Don't think there's anything else. So any other rare resources, probably just build like a more building like they do with other factions. But if you get iron, timber, gold, gems, or marble or obsidian, they all do something. They have like a more unique building to the Chaos Dwarves. That's just for their faction, basically. Yeah, I'm thinking of turning that one into a outpost, and then this one into a factory as well, because that's on the outer fringe there. So things like wine, ivory, pastures, most of things like that I'm guessing won't offer anything unique. You can build the building in there for the resource, like spices as well, but they won't give you something like unique and awesome like that one does, and like the other one here, the Wang Cheng one. So I've already got that one on the build, which is insane. That one. So you get armaments output plus 15% local province, so it buffs the entire province. And then you're getting 250 armaments for minus 300 raw materials. But that's 100 more armaments than the normal building. So the normal building is inferior, that only gives you 150. So it's a better building. This one, at face value, appears the same. because it's 750 then plus that 18%, take it to 882, and that gives exactly the same. So you've got the same amount of money minus the 300 raw materials, or that's minus actually 225. That's actually cheaper. So you're losing 75 less raw materials a turn. But that also gives increased income from gem and gold mines plus 15%. So if you actually get into a province where there's both a gem and a gold mine in the same province, Jesus, you could have some fucking money coming in from that. My God. That'd be a disgusting province for the Chaos Dwarves to get in. So you do not want to let the Chaos Dwarves get both a gem and gold mine in the same province as an enemy. I'm not even sure if there is one. I mean, if it is, it's probably near the fucking Dwarves somewhere. But even then, it's a lot of money. I mean, like, even what I could potentially do there is horrible. Because that's... If I build that... as well as that... I mean, that's... We'll call it... If I normally call it 750, that's 1,500. Plus then 15% on top when that gets built. But at 882, talking 1,600, 1,764. 1,764 from just that one province. And bear in mind, that's a town, not a city. And then you're going to get 15% more on top from the gem refinery. Youch. That can basically fund an army. Just that one province. That is insane. I mean, technically, you could almost do the same here. So, I need the money here. Because I do need money to like fund that other army. But you could put both this one and this one in the same province. So you're getting 150 armaments there. And you're getting 250 there. So you're getting 400 armaments. And then plus 15% from that building. So there you can just churn out armaments. The raw materials one's also pretty good where you get more raw materials for the region. But I think you'd build that more so where you don't have a special building. I mean, I think have I got one somewhere on one of these? Yeah, I've got one there, for example. That one's got a special building. So I've got the armaments and then I've got 30% output for raw materials. So my raw materials there are, it's 30% better. I've also got it there as well. And that's because at the time, I don't think I could justify losing as much raw materials as I can now. But yeah, Chaos Dwarves, I can see them being completely disgusting. And even in the hands of the AI can probably make these incredibly nasty. So unless they do something like really stupid and get wiped out early on, I can see them being quite a force to be reckoned with. And the units are extremely good from what I've seen so far. I mean, the melee armies are blowing my expectations out of mind. I'm not a fan of the demon units. The demon units are kind of shit. But then again, that just follows demons in regular armies. They're not great either. Because they die too quickly. That's why, in most cases, even though I might play, like, example, say I play Scarbrand, I want to recruit demons, but because mortals don't just die as soon as leadership gets low, you're better off recruiting mortal units. So you can just end up building the same army you build with Valkyria. Because it's just, they're more efficient. They're just more efficient at it, at what they do. They're more durable. The demons just don't... They're not durable enough. Although demons have 20% physical, where personally, I mean, at least the more elite demons I think should have 30-35% physical, in all honesty. Even though they've got much physical resistance, they don't feel tanky enough. They just die. They're like a glass cannon. And if you're ever losing expensive demonic units, it's not like recruiting a crap stack where you can replace them really quickly, really easily. It's not. So like for the back end of this army, I'd prefer things like bull centaurs and then these flyers. Because these can act as your cavalry, and then they're like flying cavalry, but the single entities. So Chaos Dwarf melee armies can work, where you can't even build a melee dwarf army for regular dwarves, because they have nothing that operates as cavalry. And the most you can do is get 4 units from an outpost, but then you can't buff them with your red tree, and that's what I don't like. So you're forced into building ranged armies with dwarves. But even then, I kind of hope they change some of the mechanics for dwarves a little bit, or make it where maybe one of them might have the good mechanic and the rest of them don't. Because the good mechanic is complete shit. It really is. It's a terrible fucking mechanic. Although all dwarves do hold grudges, not every dwarf has a great book of grudges. So, I don't know, I just like them to tweak it. But personally, if they're all going to keep the grudge mechanic, just change the mechanic. Just change it. Because the mechanic's shit. It's so unfun to play with when you can't resolve a grudge because an army's coming into your territory, invaded you, or sacked a settlement, and then fucked off. And it's gone other side of the world and you can't chase them down. It's really, really, really annoying. And it happens more than you might think as well. Where they don't have any annoying mechanics. They don't. The only one that can be a bit weird sometimes is this one, when one of the other factions takes one of your seats. And obviously if you take theirs, you then get minus 10 relations for 5 turns, which I think that's a bit excessive, personally. I think if you took their settlement and you get minus 10 relations for 1 turn, it'd be enough. Otherwise drop it to like minus 3 for 5 turns, or something. I think minus 10's the lot, that's minus 50 relations. It's a bit excessive. Especially considering how many fucking seats there are, and that these bastards keep taking your seats all the time. Otherwise you're not going to have anything.
Anchangers tatok symbol. Benta bay. Fuck.
Oh, he's come back a bit. He's gone from 1 settlement to 3. He's still alive as well. He's not dead yet either. Fucking hell. And he's the like AI one. I expected this guy at some point to be playable. Golf the Cruel. I need to have a look at Archeon. Archeon. There he is, he likes us.
You catch me in a moment of rest.
I can't do them in the moment because I've got no money. Yeah, the trespassers is dying down. He's strength rank 7, oh my god. I like it though that Archeon does get so strong. I do like that. Because it gives you another evil faction that actually can pull its weight. Though these need nerfing in fucking auto resolve, they're too strong. Strength rank 1 is Nagrand? That's different to my other campaign. And these were really strong earlier. Right, well, I'm going to leave this part here for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, leave a like. If you're new around here, please drop a sub, help grow the channel, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care, everyone, and have a great day.